Remember, being busy is not the same as being productive. Productive means to produce, and to produce means to have impact in your most important tasks. It means doing things that will move the needle. Hello and welcome to Habit Nerd, a podcast show that knows that few things can have a more powerful impact on your life than improving your daily systems, habits, and mindset. I'm your host, Dr. Bree Hurn, a multi-passionate researcher, lecturer, speaker, and coach. Once a perfectionist who was always busy but not necessarily effective, I overcame illness and burnout and am now obsessed with sharing the science and systems for working with efficiency and habits for abundant health in your mind and your body. Each week, my guests and I share stories and lessons backed by research. So let's buckle up and dive straight into today's empowering conversation. Hello there, welcome to this week's episode. Thank you so much for being here. Today we are talking about the top 5 tricks that research tells us will help us to become more productive. Now, yes, they're research informed, the science is backing these 5 tips up, but they're also tips that I have used and continue to use over and over, and they really help me to get more done. Now, you're going to work anyway. Time is going to pass anyway. So why wouldn't you want to make that time really count towards your success? Remember, being busy is not the same as being productive. Productive means to produce, and to produce means to have impact in your most important tasks. It means doing things that will move the needle in your work and help you move forward in your career, whatever that is. So the first tip, Habit Nerds, is to start with a small win first thing in the morning. Now, the reason for this is that action creates more action. Small wins gets momentum on your side. And what we know about the laws of physics is that something in motion is more likely to stay in motion. This momentum is really hard to get, but once you have it, it's so much easier to keep going. Think about it. The first step for doing anything is always the hardest because often we focus on the whole task and we focus on finishing. We don't want to do the dishes because the sink is full and there's mess everywhere. But if we just fill up the sink with warm water and soap and do one dish, chances are that momentum is there and we'll do the second dish. Then we'll do the cutlery, and the momentum means that we are more likely to keep going. When we see a quick win of one clean plate, our brain is primed to keep going. So momentum for work in the morning could be you doing the nifty 350. So that means, based on Sally Hepworth's brilliant work, sitting down and writing 350 words. It sounds a lot. It's actually not. Anybody can write 350 words, even if they're not 350 good words. Because remember, once you're in momentum, you will keep going. If that seems too much, it could even just be writing one line. It could be reading one paragraph. The earlier, Habit Nerds, that you grab that quick win, grab that sense of motion and momentum, you'll get a positive feedback loop. You will give yourself a mental reward, and then you will be more productive throughout the whole day as a result. So, first tip, grab a quick win early in the day. Grab that momentum. You've got much more chance of keeping going. And number 2 tip for gaining more productivity throughout the day is to focus on your energy. So have a think about your energy. Really get quiet and think about how you are feeling in your body and your mind throughout the day, and then use that knowledge to do some energy planning. That way you can become cognizant of the types of actions you should take throughout the day to optimize based on your energy. So I know myself, on a good day when I've been well rested, I am my most creative in the morning. That means I want to think and plan and create things like podcast episodes or keynote presentations between the hours of about 9:30 a.m. and 12. The end of the day for me is more about the lower stakes, less creative tasks, like answering emails or resolving financial costs, for example. You may have heard this referred to in organizational psychology as maker times and manager times. Think about all of our jobs. There is an element of management and there is an element of making. So if you can optimize your freshest, most firing energy for the maker times and leave the manager tasks for when you are lower energy, that might help you be more productive. In fact, research would show that it does. Now, your energy patterns can wax and wane on different days of the week. So I recommend tracking your own energy and how focused and productive you feel in different time windows of the different days. And habit nerds, it is more than okay to rest, because rest makes you more effective when you are focused. A caveat here is that context really matters. Too many productivity experts that I listen to and read about are men who have full control over their calendars, and sometimes they don't have caring or domestic responsibilities. Now, I know this is a generalization, so as I said, context really matters. Men also have a fairly stable hormonal profile, unlike women who are governed by our natural cycles and our life responsibilities. So my tip is go gently, get curious, and know that it can look different from week to week or even day to day. Know your patterns, but be flexible. Now, a number 3 tip for really supercharging your productivity is to have a cut-off time. Think about it. We work better to boundaries and to a definitive cut-off time. For myself, I write down what my cutoff time is, and I have a countdown clock. So if I'm in the office and I am going to have a hard 5:30 p.m. cutoff time, I put a desktop clock that counts down on my computer. There are 100 different apps that do this. They're free. I put in 5 p.m. and therefore it counts backwards, or 5:30 p.m. and it counts backwards. This gives me a reminder of how much longer I have before cutoff, and this sense of time scarcity makes me more focused, it makes me more efficient, and it makes me more productive. Because I know at that hard cutoff time, I'm going to close my computer, hop in my car, and go home. My hard cutoff time some days when I'm working from home is about 3 p.m. because I want to pick up my girls from school. I know when I pick them up and I bring them home, I don't want to be back on the computer when they're home. I want to be present with them. I want to talk to them. I want to make them their snack. I want to hear about their day. I want to help them with their homework. I want to get them organized for their afternoon activities. It may be that I get back on my computer later in the evening once they're in bed, and that's okay. That's the life of a working parent. But the hard finish deadline really does keep me focused and productive. It allows me to stop procrastinating or scrolling Instagram or whatever it is, because I know when I stop, it's rest time, it's family time, it is not work time. So at your cutoff time, do a quick cleanup, close the office door, close down your computer, and see if you can be more efficient towards that cutoff time the next day. Now, number 4 is, with regard to that cutoff time, just before you cut off, just before you close down for the day, do a very brief look back, look forward. Use this reflection to write your first most important task for the next morning. Write it down, put it on a pad of paper next to you, make a calendar invite for yourself in the morning. Use this look back, look forward to reflect on what you got done today, whether you're happy about it, and whether you can make some small tweaks to your processes for tomorrow or the next workday. Then the cutoff time is also a time to set yourself up for the next day by clearing your workspace. Doing a digital dump, I like to send any screenshots I've created throughout the day into the computer bin, and I prepare materials for the morning. This could even include putting out your workout clothes if you plan to go for a walk in the morning, to set you up again for those small wins, your momentum getting wins, which we talked about as our first tip. So number 4 is to do a look back, look forward. It's to look back and think about whether you were happy with how much you got done today and the quality of your work. And it's going to help you look forward to make a list for the next day, write down the first task, the most important task that you need to do, and clear your workspace and set yourself up for success the following morning. Now, the fifth and final productivity hack I have for you is to get out of the notification black hole. On both your computer and your phone and your any other digital device that you have throughout during the day, turn off all notifications. That means stop any potential buzzes from WhatsApp, text messages, from Instagram, Facebook, any TikTok notifications. Avoid what we know is the switch cost effect, which is whenever you are distracted, whenever you switch your attention from one task to another, you are going to inhibit your productivity and your focus by 23 minutes each time. So do a digital detox and allocate tech-free times throughout your day. We know from the research over and over, it's been proven that your mental health will improve and so will your productivity. So the fifth tip I have for you is to turn off all notifications and any distractions that you have throughout your day. And I have one bonus tip for you. I said 5, but I'm going to give you 5.1. My bonus tip is to drink enough water. I have noticed, my goodness, and research supports this, that when I'm well hydrated, I am more productive in the right way on the right things. So keep yourself hydrated. Start drinking water as soon as you wake up in the morning and continue throughout the whole day. Because when you have got enough water in your body, your brain feels clearer, you've got more clarity and focus, your body feels stronger, and you're able to maintain that energy, that all-important energy throughout the day so that you can be as productive as you possibly can be. So thanks so much, Habit Nerds, for engaging with these 5 hacks, 5.1 hacks with me. I'll just remind you what they are. First one, start with a small win first thing in the morning to create some momentum in your day. The second one, focus on your energy throughout the day and do some planning around your energy. Think about where you want to make and where you want to manage. Number 3, have a cut-off time. Have a hard cut-off time, and that sense of scarcity and urgency will really help you see the clock ticking backwards so that you can be really productive because you know cut-off time, that's a hard finish. Number 4, do a brief look back and look forward. So a look back, reflect on whether or not you're happy with what you got through today and whether anything needs to change for tomorrow. And a look forward, write down your most important tasks for the next morning and set yourself up with materials for success. Number 5, get out of the notification black hole. And number 5.1, drink enough water. Water and productivity are, for me, inherently linked. I hope that those have been really helpful tips for you. Simple, most likely reminders, but you'd be really surprised if you focus just on those, how much more productive you are and how much great work, important work you get done. Thank you for tuning into this episode of The Habit Nerd. I hope you found some new inspiration, learned something new, or gained a fresh perspective. If you did enjoy the episode, I would be really grateful if you could please leave a 5-star review, as it helps the show get in the ears of new listeners, plus it should only take you 5 seconds. If you're keen for more tips and insights, then head over to Instagram and follow Habit Nerd.